Tip number 1. Setting the movie background. By default, the background of your Flash movie is transparent. To set the movie background or wallpaper, just drag an item to the timeline at the bottom like this. To add background music to your movie, similarly, drag an audio file to the timeline here. Tip number 2. Adding sounds to items. If you want to play a sound when a certain item appears, you can simply drop an audio file on the stage and set its start time equal to the item's start time. Here is a demo of how to do this. Tip number 3. Adding gradient to text. To make your text items more readable, you can add colors and gradient backgrounds to it by setting this gradient option inside the Properties panel here. These boxes here determine the color code, and the sliders here determine the intensity. This, by the way, is a great way to create attention-grabbing text for your Flash movies. Tip number 4. Using presets to apply effects. Toufee gives hundreds of dazzling effects and transitions which you can apply to each item. You can either customize each item's fade in and fade out effect individually from the Properties panel here, or you can select some great looking preset combinations directly from the library here. Tip number 5. Aligning items to the stage. It's easy to align items to the stage. Just right-click on an item that you want to align and select Align Item from the pop-up menu to bring up this special window. Using these Align Items button here, it is now easy for you to position items inside your movie without manually resizing. Tip number 6. Undo, redo, cut, copy, and paste. Like any good editor, it is also possible for you to undo or redo any section in Toufee. Just click these buttons here to do that. To cut an item or replicate an item multiple times, use these cut, copy, and paste buttons located here. Tip number 8. Text items have special effects to make your movies look even more amazing. Text can be animated character by character, and Toufee gives you 60 such professional text effects to do so. Whenever you select a text item, you can see the full list of effects that are available to you. Tip number 9. Import videos from YouTube, Flickr, and other sites. It is now possible for you to directly import video files from YouTube and other media sharing websites into your Flash movie. You can also import image and sound files from anywhere on the internet by just pasting their URL in the upload box. Tip number 10. Player settings. When publishing movies online, you may want to customize some player settings like keeping your movie paused at start, changing the player skin, adding your own logo, etc. from the player settings panel located here. Tip number 11. You can add shadows or make items translucent using the Properties panel. Just use these sliders located here to change the opacity of any item or add a cool shadow effect to your items. Tip number 12. Scaling movies for easier editing. If your preview window size exceeds your screen area, then you can scale it by choosing this option here. You can also change the final movie's width or height by selecting this option here. Tip number 13. Changing the ordering of items. The item ordering can be changed by moving its timing bar by a simple drag-drop operation. If you want to bring an item to the front, just drag its timing bar to the top of the stack like this. Or, if you want to move an item behind other items, then just grab its timing bar and drag it towards the bottom like this. Tip number 14, previewing and renaming items. You can double-click on an item slider to preview your item's animation in real time. For easier readability, advanced users can press the function key F2 on a selected item to replace the system-generated item names. Tip number 15, publishing Flash movies in different formats. Apart from publishing movies online, toufee also makes it possible for you to publish your Flash movies as AVI videos for use on video sharing sites like YouTube. toufee is the only Flash making software to date which gives you this option, and no other Flash maker as of this writing does this. Apart from that, you can also share your Flash movies with your contacts on Twitter and Facebook in just one single click using these buttons here. Further, it is also possible for you to download your Flash movies as traditional SWF files if you want to host it on your own server. Thanks for watching.